from his studios in New York, it's time for Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. Here's your host, Dan Tortora.
Welcome back here. I told you it was going to be a quick, fast break. That's why they're called fast breaks, folks. You know, we don't do the thing like when you're watching your favorite TV show and it's a half an hour sitcom and there's 27 minutes of commercials. We don't do that over here. So we're happy to be back here. Gabby Holko, Marywood University women's basketball program, near and dear to my heart as well. As you know, when it comes to MU courtside and my history and my connection to Marywood, it is with men's and women's basketball. And as I said at the jump, Gabby, you would have thought that she's been there for 20 years the way that she has treated me from the moment she stepped in the door. I appreciate it. I respect it. And she also sent me a nice little care package, and that came with a Marywood Pacers basketball black and white sweatshirt, which I donned the day I got it, and I shamelessly wear it to a bunch of my events to promote Marywood when I'm out and about doing Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora stuff. So I want to first and foremost say thank you for that, Gabby, and welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Dan, for having me. And I have to say, from meeting you from day one, I mean, you called me the day that it was announced that I was picked as our next women's basketball coach here at Marywood. And, I mean, I felt like I knew you for years, and it was fantastic. And thank you for always supporting us. I mean, you get the word out about Marywood, and we are very grateful for that over here.
I look forward to the day that I get to be president of Marywood, maybe. Could somebody step aside? Do I have to be a nun for that? Do I have to go into the nunnery? I don't know if I do.
We could try to change that. I mean, times are changing, and, you know, you are somebody that just bleeds green and gold, and I think that that's something that we could look into.
Yeah, I mean, it would be very nice to be the president, and this is the thing. I'm willing to become a nun for this. I mean, they get really good food. If you've been over to where they get to live, I mean, they have they had the lobster bisque at their cafeteria every day. So if I'm going into the nunnery, I'm going to do it at Marywood. That's what I'll tell you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So we're hanging out here with Marywood women's basketball, Gabby Holko. Gabby, you're in your first season with Marywood. Just bring me into, you know, we kind of do our updates here on how things have been going and whatnot. What have you learned from these first 13 games and just what your thoughts are right now in your first season?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of, am I doing this right? And it's fun. I think the group that we have of the young women, I mean, we're down to having only 10 young women and only 9 that are healthy. And actually, our game against Wesley this past Saturday was our first big win of the year. We've been really just fighting tooth and nail with trying to grit out wins, and our team has been fantastic with that. I mean, every win that we've had has been within 7 points, and it's been tough. We got bitten by the injury bug pretty early on the season, and Saturday was our first game that we had all 9 of our players back and healthy. And it was something really special. I mean, my assistant coach, Joe Reno, and myself, we were sitting back on the bench, and we won by 21, and we just looked, and we're like, our kids are having fun. They have smiles on their face. I mean, this is what we wanted Marywood women's basketball to be all along, and it's been a really tough stretch. I mean, the winter break is the hardest. They're both men's and women's basketball are the only teams on campus, and swimming's here and track's here intermittently, but it's really just us, and it's the grinding out of it. It's the film processes, it's the individuals, it's the practices twice a day, and really rehabbing and making sure we're staying healthy. So with these first 13 games, I think that we've really found out who we want to be, and we want to be that team that's gritting everything out, that puts 4 quarters together, and that's really trying to work the best that we can on and off the court. I mean, we just had a fantastic fall semester in the classroom, and don't quote me on this, but I think that our GPA was around a 3.5 for the team, which I couldn't be happier for that.
And, you know, when you have that, and like you said, you know, to have that in the classroom, just what that means to you, that, you know, they're taking care of business inside of the classroom, because it's the unspoken thing. You know, you win games, people don't ask, are they going to class, are they getting good grades, are they taking care of business? But if they want to get on the court and they want to do things the right way, and they're with a program, with a coach, and the right institution that cares about that stuff, then obviously that's meaningful. So what can you say about the young women in your program that are going to class and are doing their work and are obviously collectively putting together a pretty nice GPA as they move forward.
Absolutely. I think that the young women that we have, I mean, it's an unspoken rule with us is that you go to class. It doesn't matter if you get 3 skips. I mean, a lot of professors tell you that you can have 3 skips. As a women's basketball player, you have 0 skips. And that is because we miss enough class as it is with traveling with basketball. And if you're going to miss those 3 and then 3 more for basketball, I mean, that's not going to really look good for yourself. And the biggest thing I preach all the time to our team is basketball, it's going to be the best 4 years of your life here at Marywood, and basketball is a big part of that. But once you graduate and you walk across that stage, basketball is now behind you, and basketball is something that got you to where you are right now. But being that person in the classroom is going to get you that job where you want to be. Say it's on Wall Street, say it's as being a women's basketball coach. I mean, your education is going to get you as far as you want to go, but it's as far as you want to push it. And our girls do a fantastic job. I mean, we had 4 people with a 4.0, so it was really exciting as a first-year head coach to know I don't have to worry about the girls in the classroom.
And when you have that and you have this team moving forward, like you said, you've been bitten by the injury bug. I mean, they're going to class, they're doing what they need to do. The student part of student-athlete is happening, but the athlete part of it on the other side of things, just how you've tried to navigate through that and how you've seen the young women on the team navigate through the fact that there is not a deep bench and there's not a lot of places you could go at certain times because of the fact of something that's completely out of their control and out of your control.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. It's been tough. It's been really tough as a first-year head coach to really figure out how we go around this. I mean, to be honest with you, our practices, I've been practicing, my assistant coach has been practicing to be able to go 5v5. I mean, we only do it here and there, but we normally do a lot of 3v3, a lot of 4v4, and that really puts the girls defensively on the watch. I mean, if we're only going 4v4 or 3v3, it's very hard to hide out in that. And with the injuries that we have, it's just nagging injuries. I mean, Kate Riley just finally came back on Saturday from an ankle injury that happened against after the Wilkes University game. And then we also have Emily Theobald, who is a sophomore also, and she's been having a nagging back injury, which she didn't play our last game before break, and then now Saturday was her first game back. Natasha Hessling and Alyssa Olsen, our 2 seniors, man, God love them. They are just pushing through. I mean, Tosh, her body, I think, is on the verge of breaking. Just when you get to that senior year, your body is so burned out and you've just pushed your body so hard for 4 years that it's kind of telling you, like, this is almost done. I'm almost ready to give up on you. But my 2 seniors, man, they've just really pushed through everything. And you could tell that some days they're really hurting. And you ask what's going on, and they're just like, nothing, coach, I'm fine. And that's what happens when you get to be that senior level. It's, you know that you're going to be sore, you know that you're going to be hurting, but it's the good of the team. And if you're that big of the team and a part of the team, that you're going to push through anything that you can.
Speaking here with Marywood University women's basketball head coach for the Pacers, Gabby Holko, in her first season. You brought up Natasha Hessling. She was voted Player of the Week along with Nafisa Saunders from Newman in the Atlantic East Conference. Just your thought on that. I mean, I know you just talked about her for a little bit here, but having a Marywood player voted as a Player of the Week in your inaugural game going into the Atlantic East, just what that means to the team and what that does for the program.
Oh, it does amazing things for our program, and that's not the first time. Natasha has been, and it's crazy to say this, but Natasha has been named Defensive Player of the Week 5 times, and then Offensive Player of the Week 1 time. So it's been unbelievably awesome for her, and she's having a fantastic senior season. I mean, I was just looking at the Division III stats, and right now she is 6th in the nation for rebounds per game, and then she is 14th in the nation for double-doubles. And it's unbelievable. She's been putting the team on her back, and she has just been taking us along the ride. I mean, and she's that person where we look to. If we need a bucket late in the game, Tosh is going to be our girl to get that. If we need a defensive rebound, Tosh is going to make sure that she boxes the number 2 defensive rebounder in our conference from Wesley. I mean, she is number 2 in the conference, and Tosh held her to 4 rebounds on Saturday. So it's a fantastic senior season for her, and I'm really excited.
When you see somebody like Natasha that is so offensively sound but also defensively sound that she brings it on both sides, just, I mean, to I mean, it's not someone obviously that you recruited in or brought into the program as a first-year coach. It's one of the players that you inherit, and you always hope that you have some leadership that can help you navigate through that as you take over a program. What has that done for you to have her in the building and to have her not just say, okay, you know what, if we need a bucket, we get it. It's like you said, if we need a bucket, we get it from Natasha. If we need a defensive stop, we get it from her as well. Just what she does all the way around the grand scheme of things here, and how, you know, that's one of the gifts that, you know, you hope to get when you come in as a first-year coach, but you don't always know exactly what you're getting, just what she's been to you as a gift to the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Tosh has been fantastic. She's a fantastic player, as are all the players that I inherited here. We had a couple that fell off, and I told the girls, we have our 10, and this is the 10 that I'll go to war with. And they know that we have their back and they have our back. But Tosh is very quiet. If you would meet Tosh, I call her Giggles a lot because she just giggles, and she's very quiet. And the biggest thing with Tosh, though, is she leads by example. And that's the biggest thing our team needs, is to see that she doesn't give up. And she will push through even when her body is saying that I can't do this. And for our younger, we have three freshmen to see that and know that that's what they need to be. And that's what Marywood women's basketball is all about, is something really special. And I think that Tosh has, as I said, done wonderful things in her senior season, and she still has a long way to go. I mean, we still have 12 games left, and she has a long way to go. And I see her having one of the best seasons individually in Marywood women's basketball history, which it's very exciting in my first year as a head coach.
And she's one of your captains, your other captain, your fellow senior, Alyssa Olson. Just what you can say about her. I know you made mention, but to go a little bit deeper in it, from Port Jefferson Station, New York, just what she's been to the team and what she does leadership-wise as being one of those two captains.
Yeah, absolutely. Alyssa also is having a great senior season, and Liz is more of my vocal leader. She is. Tosh is our silent leader, and Liz is the one that we need to be vocal, and she'll go up to somebody and say, hey, let's try it this way, or that's not how we do things here at Marywood and our basketball program at Marywood. A big thing with Liz, I mean, last game she went off. I mean, she went 4 for 5 from the three-point line, and that's something that she has not done all season. I know that she has a three-point shot, but her confidence has been lacking in that area, and she hit that first one, and I just looked at her and I said, keep hitting them. And she just kept doing it, and she's somebody that she can bring our energy from the get-go. If Alyssa has high energy and she's pushing it, and we normally put Alyssa on the best offensive player on our opponent's team, and she's able to stop them down. I mean, she's held about 3 offensive players to way under their average per game this season, and we're looking to do that again tonight. So we're excited about Alyssa and Tasha as our senior leaders.
And when you see that, really quick here before I let you go, speaking here with Gabby Holko, Marywood women's basketball head coach, when you see this team come together, you know, they're bit by the injury bug, but they do what they need to do. There was a 4-game losing streak, and they stopped that with a 2-game winning streak on the road against Susquehanna and then at home against Delaware Valley, and then had 3 losses in a row and stopped that when you faced off against Wesley College. You won by 22. I talked with Enrico Mastriani about walking into the Atlantic East, you know, the difference between walking in and running in, and they essentially ran in for Marywood men's basketball with a victory in the inaugural season in the Atlantic East in the first game ever there. You did the same thing as well. So Marywood, forever in history in the Atlantic East, will say that in men's and women's basketball, the first game of competition, they won that game. What did that mean to you to get that victory, to come into the Atlantic East historically and this season with a win, and to do it against Wesley College?
Dan, it meant the world. I mean, it's a new conference, and we have some opponents that we have had in the CSAC, and we've had some new opponents. So Wesley and Marymount, we're heading to Marymount this weekend. But coming in our first AEC game, I mean, we were the only school that did not tip off AEC. Because there's only 7 teams, one team had a bye week the first week that they had it, and that happened to be us. But having Wesley come here and having that first AEC win here at Marywood meant the world, and especially because we had, for women's basketball, we had an alumni appreciation game, and we had 10 alums come back for that game, which it was fantastic to have them in the stands and cheering us on. And then the girls got to meet them, and then we had an alumni game where they played 5v5, and it was an awesome experience all around. So January 5th that win against Wesley will be in my heart forever, and it was exciting. I mean, we were on a 3-game losing streak right there, and we had all close. We played a fantastic Elizabethtown College team. I mean, they're going to go far this year. And then Lebanon Valley, we almost had them. We lost by 3, and then down at Stockton, we came out very slow and very sluggish. And then fourth quarter is where we turned it on, and we ended up losing by 10. So it was really nice to finally have that first game where we had a comfortable lead, and we kept that lead, and we just kept putting it to them. And having a 22-point win is something that's very special to start off this Atlantic East, and we're hoping to do it again tonight.
That coming from Gabby Holko. Gabby, really quick here, in all fairness here, I know you're getting to your shoot-around, but I want to make sure that we get a couple in here. I'm going to throw 3 at you, and you heard it with Enrico, so 3 and 3. I'll run them to you quick here. My first rapid-fire question for you is, if anybody could play you in a movie, who would it be and why?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I would probably say, to play me in a movie, my favorite actress is Sandra Bullock, and I just love her. She's hilarious in The Heat. She's hilarious in every single movie. And then I just watched that Bird Box movie, and it was a little weird. But it was still a good movie, and she's still a great actress. And I would probably pick Sandra Bullock because she could be funny, but she could also be serious.
All right, well, that's a good answer, and I like that. And for some odd reason, I've watched a bunch of different movies on Netflix, but I've never had. I have people asking me all the time, did you watch Bird Box? Did you watch Bird Box? Have you seen Bird Box? So apparently I have to watch Bird Box, and I have to do it soon. My second question, what was it? Even though it was weird, was it good?
It was. It was actually very thrilling, and
Okay.
I'm not one for thrillers or scary movies, and that made me jump a little bit.
That leads me to my second question here that I'm going to go with this. What would you say you have a fear of?
Oh, I have a very big fear of heights. I don't really know why, and it's not heights. So, I love roller coasters, but standing on the edge of something and looking down freaks me out to no ends. And even it's bad enough that if I'm watching a show or watching a movie and I see somebody standing on the edge and they're looking really far down a cliff and or a building, it gives me butterflies and I get real nervous.
Yeah, you get the sweaty palms while you're watching somebody else do it.
Exactly.
So, no, that's understandable. I don't think anybody likes to be on a cliff. And my third and final question for you, Miss Gabby Holko, is, if any ice cream flavor in the world could be the Gabby Holko, what flavor would it be and why?
Oh, that's a tough one. I would probably say mint chocolate chip. Because, with mint chocolate chip, you're sweet, but you also have that minty aspect where it's like, oh, it's refreshing. So I would say that I'm pretty sweet and I'm pretty refreshing, but I also could talk your ear off. So I think that's a good pick for me.
Sweet and refreshing. That was probably the best answer I could ever hear for an ice cream flavor. You got 3 for me. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was trying to think of some after I heard you with Enrico. So if you could pick one. Besides Marywood, if you could pick one university to work at and or coach, what university would it be and what sport would it be?
Syracuse University's football program, without question.
Awesome. I love that you rep Syracuse. I actually made it up to Syracuse last year when they played Notre Dame. I'm a Notre Dame fan, and it was being in the Dome was awesome. That was my first experience in there, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, there's some awesome games on the basketball court between Syracuse and Notre Dame, and I will, but when it comes to football, and Dino knows me. There's some mutual respect there. I'm just letting Dino know. If you need an outside receivers coach, just holler at a guy. That's all you got to do. Just let me know. Just let me know.
My second question is, what is your dream vacation and why?
Oh, man. My dream vacation, this is an easy one. My dream vacation is to go to Italy and Spain. The reason why is because I have family and heritage in both. But there is a notion that we may have some family heritage and origin in Egypt as well. So I might have to sneak in there. That was a new one. But that was kind of like digging in the family and being like, well, what's that about? But Spain and Italy, hands down for sure, I have to go. I've already had the conversation with my father about it, so it's not an if, it's a when. And I am that person that if nobody's going to come and somebody, I'm like, all right, I'll go by myself because I need to see it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, that's really cool. And then my last question would be, if you could be a crayon in a crayon box, what color would you be and why?
There's so many weird colors now. There used to be like 12, and now there's like, you get a box and there's 78. It's like macaroni and cheese, black licorice. No. Black licorice is black, and it probably smells like death. But, I mean, I've realized that there's very few people that like black licorice, and if they do, I always have questions. But
yes.
I would have to say, I'm like, were you left outside in the rain as a child? But, that's because those are the black licorice kids. But if if it was, and my aunt likes black, I love her to death. I love you, Aunt Elaine. I'm sorry if this is offensive. So I she's great. And I would have to say that I'm going to be traditional, and I'm going to say I would be red-orange because it's my favorite leaf color in the fall, and I'm a fall baby. And so I like red-orange because it's vibrant, and it's got that orange that I love, and it's got that red, but it's not too red, and it's got a healthy balance. And I don't know, I was always drawn to that color growing up. So I would say red-orange because I have the spirit, that like fiery spirit that I'm going to get it done. So I would choose me to be that color.
That's awesome, Dan. That's awesome.
3 awesome questions. Good stuff. Mint chocolate chip. Love it. And we move forward from that. So with all that being said, Gabby Holko, Marywood women's basketball head coach. And may I remind you all that mint chocolate chip is also green, as she is now. So, Gabby, keep doing what you're doing and go out there and fight the good fight with the team that you have. I know that, there's the adversity of the injury bug, but you've handled it like champions. Keep doing what you got to do and keep the leadership running. Thank you for playing the game, and thank you for being a part of the show, and I hope that this first year continues to find success for you and for the Marywood women's basketball team.
Thanks, Dan, and thanks for having us on. We love being on, Enrico and I. Excited to be on again. Thanks so much.
I appreciate it, and it's always, going to the closet and going, which shirt or which sweatshirt do I rock? Because is it a Gabby day? Is it an Enrico day? So it's tough because I'm always shamelessly plugging, but I'm like, if people start taking pictures of me and I start wearing one more than the other, somebody's going to get mad. So
somebody's going to get angry. I think it might be Enrico. He might be the jealous type. So you might want to wear his a couple of days more a week. I'll understand.
Yeah. He is the jealous. I mean, he's been through a lot. He's a Cleveland Brown fan. He's been through some pain.
He is. I mean, my Steelers don't have anything better to say this year. I mean, we have more drama than a cheerleading squad, so that's exciting.
That is absolutely true.
The Browns have had a fantastic year. I'm excited for Enrico. I told him, and I have a close family friend that was my grade school coach growing up, and she would make us, because we're in the heart of the city of Pittsburgh, and we would make bets with our coach, and her name was Kelly, and she would bring in every single Browns jersey that she has and make all of us Pittsburgh kids wear them and run around the gym screaming, "I love the Browns." So I have a little bit of animosity towards the Browns, but I'm happy to see that they finally have a quarterback that actually is going to be a franchise quarterback for them. So it's exciting.
Yeah, and we'll just have to see who's going to be coaching that team as we move forward. But
exactly.
But as always, Gabby, I appreciate it, and obviously God bless with the upcoming games, and we'll look forward to talking with you soon.
All right, Dan, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. That coming from Gabby Holko, once again, Marywood women's basketball head coach.
This is a wake-up call, fast break.
Carvel DeWitt, it's what happy tastes like. Do you know why? Because we make ice cream. Creamy, rich, flavorful ice cream. Not yogurt or iced milk like some of our competitors. Ice cream. Fresh, by hand, daily. For the calorie conscious, we have something new for you. Our new Carvelite. Same great flavor, creaminess, and texture of our regular ice cream with only 35 calories an ounce. So whether you want an ice cream cake, flying saucer, dasher, carvalanche, hard or soft ice cream, we will satisfy your craving with our fresh, handmade regular or new Carvelite ice cream. Carvel DeWitt. It's what happy tastes like.
Clothing that will change with you without you having to change. DreisigLady.com, DREISSIG Lady.com. With the Bamboo line Relax Fit clothing as well as the Athletic Fit clothing, DreisigLady.com is fit for any woman, any time of the day, anywhere. Whatever you're doing, whatever your day commands of you, command yourself to feel comfortable in Dreissig Lady Apparel. DREISSIG Lady.com. For all the women out there, feel good in what you're wearing, and don't feel like you have to constantly change throughout the day. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a business owner, going for a jog, going for a meeting, or just relaxing at home, DreisigLady.com is the right fit for you. DREISSIG Lady.com.
Breaking news. The PressRoom Pub, located on 220 Harold Place in historic Harold Square in downtown Syracuse, is where entertainment and sports become one. Trivia is every Tuesday at 7 p.m. with host Dan Tortora. Sports are always on from every angle at the PressRoom Pub. The main floor features a full bar and restaurant with 2 private party rooms featuring games, a colossal television, and more. So head out for lunch, dinner, or a drink and plan your parties with the PressRoom Pub. 220 Harold Place in downtown Syracuse. 695-569-4345 for more information. The Press Room awaits you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora special featuring Marywood University, my alma mater, and I'm proud to be a Pacer. Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora is live Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt. You can find articles, videos, these shows, and so much more, including our connection to Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, iTunes, Podbean, and so much more on WakeUpCallDT.com, simply by just even going to the homepage and obviously check out the site itself. Facebook is at WakeUpCallDT, Twitter is at CallDT, and Instagram's at WakeUpCall_DT. You can also find Wake Up Call on YouTube.com/WakeUpCallDT. Once again, thank you, Marywood. I'm always happy to be a Pacer, and God bless each and every one of you. Have a great day.